Who developed Android and when was it first released? What is Android SDK? State its purpose. What is Eclipse? How is it used in Android development? What is anatomy of an Android application? Name its basic components. List the steps to install Android SDK on a computer. Android was originally developed by Android Inc. It was founded in 2003 by Andy Rubin, Rich Miner, Nick Sears, Chris White. In 2005, Google acquired Android Inc. What is Android SDK? State its purpose. The Android SDK is a collection of software tools and libraries used to develop Android applications. The components of Android SDK are Android SDK tools, platform tools, build tools, Android emulator, debugging tools, ADB, APIs, and libraries. Its purpose is to develop Android applications, test applications, debug applications, build APK files, access Android APIs, and run application on emulator or real device. Advantage of Android SDK: free and open source, supports multiple Android versions, easy testing and debugging, provides complete development environment. What is Eclipse? How is it used in Android development? An Eclipse is an open source integrated development environment (IDE) used for writing, compiling, and debugging programs. Earlier Android applications were developed using Eclipse with ADT, Android Development Tools plugin. Uses of Eclipse in Android development: writing Java code, creating Android projects, designing layouts, running applications, debugging applications, managing Android SDK. Features of Eclipse: it supports Java, has a plugin architecture, does code completion, has debugging tools, and emulator integration. Limitation: Google replaced Eclipse with Android Studio because Android Studio offers better performance and official support. What is an anatomy of an Android application? Name its basic components. Definition: An anatomy of an Android application refers to its internal structure and components that work together to perform different tasks. The four basic components of anatomy of Android application are: activity, that represents a single screen, example login screen. Second, service, runs in the background, example music player. Third, broadcast receiver, responds to system events, example battery low notification. 4. Content provider, shares data between applications, example contact application. Supporting files: Android manifest XML, res folder, Java or Kotlin files, assets folder. List the steps to install Android SDK on a computer. Step 1. Install Java Development Kit. Second, and download Android Studio from Google's official website. Third, install Android Studio. Fourth, launch Android Studio. Fifth, install Android SDK using the SDK Manager. Sixth, install SDK platform tools and build tools. 7. Create an Android virtual device AVD. Steps 8. Verify installation by creating and running a sample Android application.